This is not oil spill that just occurred in one day. This happened in 2008. That's about 9 years, and it's been like this. It practically inundated this community, drove the people here far away from their ancestral homes. This is Green Angle, the show that explores the environments we live in and the ecological problems we face while preferring sustainable solutions. I am Ugochi Oluigbo. Today on the program, we are in Goi community in Ogoni, Niger Delta, southern Nigeria, to talk about the story of a wealthy community struggling to survive. A prayer for help, inscripted on this wall by a young indigene of Goi in Ogoni, desperate for an education in oil-rich Niger Delta. Goi was once a thriving community with a rich ecosystem, clean water, fertile land, and unpolluted air. All before oil exploration in the Delta, and worsened by a tragedy.
You can see green leaves everywhere before. Now it's no longer green because of environmental pollution. The situation of Goi is such that it's situated at a strategic position where if there is disaster in Bomu oil field is this way. Whether Bodo West is this axis. The moment there is any oil pollution from the Bodo West, the oil is carried by the crude, by the tidal flow into this creek. And the moment there is pollution from the Bomu oil field, where you'll be hearing the manifold, it is because of its location is high. The oil flows from the Trans-Niger pipeline directly into the same creek. Goi Creek is like a basin where all the debris from the two oil fields deposit, and it's difficult to leave because in the next 3 hours this water will start ebbing, start going back. It cannot go with the crude that we are flushed into the place. That before it will get to the sea there, it will start coming back again. The pollution of this environment is heavy. Here is classified as the most impacted area as far as this shoreline is concerned in this Gokana axis. This place was established in 1977 by my father, late Chief Dikin Bariza Tetedu. After he left his civil service job, he came here and established this place. We also have a commercial college that occupies this flat. In those days when there was no computer, they were doing manual typewriting. We have a commercial college here. Then we have a poultry that is behind here. We have goatry. It is also attached.
Can you show us?
I will show you one after the other. I will also have a bakery inside here before other economic crops that were cultivated here.
He was a rich man.
Yeah, my father was a wealthy man. He was a wealthy man. He accommodated over 100 staffs in the 70s and early 80s. Because of the pollution, we were asked to stop bread production here.
That's the sign.
Yes, this is a signpost. They mandated us to pull out of this place because of pollution. My father said he will not leave. If we are leaving, how long is it going to take us to remain where we are going to stay? How long will it take us to come back and they will restore this place back for us? They didn't tell us the solution. So as a result of my father insisted he's not going until they compel him to leave. If not, anything that happened to us, we are on our own. That is where we now vacated here and went and settled at Bodo.
Bodo?
Yes, that is where we live now.
Bodo, how many years?
It's over 10 years now we've been living in Bodo.
So who accommodated you in Bodo?
My father has building there and also in Bodo. But this is our permanent place.
So the others who didn't have building in Bodo, what did they do?
They started buying land and to build. Some people rented houses. Some people go to Po. Some people went to Mugu. Some people went to Bel. Other communities in Gokana, our people now left into diaspora. That is why here is more like a ghost land. And because people expected that there would be a kind of relief materials that will enhance them to restructure and come back, when some people did not see, that is why you see, if you look at that, you see new building there. The man have stayed and overstayed, and there was nothing comes out of it. There, as a result of that, he's coming back to build his house so that he can stay. You know, he cannot remain on exile forever.
Eric Doe and his family lost everything, including their home, as this entire community was asked to evacuate.
If I see the opportunity of renovating it, you know, this was, you can see the old blackboard. No matter the situation, the evidence are still there.
This is the old blackboard.
Yeah, this is the old blackboard that we are using.
This is your school.
I said this is a commercial, it was a commercial school where they were learning typewriting, these manual typewriters. This is the bakery. This is the bakery. As you can see here, this is where, after bread production, those who want to buy bread will come and stay, and they will sell the bread to them. They buy the bread. Before, there were counters here where people buy their bread and go with it. If you pass inside here, no person is allowed to move beyond this side. If you move like this, some of the baking materials were kept here. And this is the engine room. This is the engine room. If you look at here, you will see this is where the engine was seated. There are students who come here and stay here for a fishing business during holidays. And they cannot help, there's nothing they can do than to catch all these small contaminated crabs to sell. And as they sell it, people still buy it.
They told me it's not even enough to sell, that they just want to eat.
But people are hungry. People who are hungry will insist that let's sell small to me so that I can equally eat. It's not everybody that go to fish. Some people cannot even fish. So some people will only remain until when the people that are strong goes to the stream, inside the swamp, and get these contaminated fishes from the crude oil contaminated sites in the swamp. Then they will sell it for them to survive. So that is how you see it like this. The government never sent one single relief materials to our people in Goi community. I don't believe that they've even sent to even Budo, where the pollution emanated from. They did not give them relief materials. But we were trying to wonder if, at all, the government were aware that there was a serious pollution from Budo West oil field, to an extent that pollution have caused people to vacate their land. There is no relief materials, no medical aid, no water. And if you look at the UNEP report, there are specifications. In that section, there's emergency measures, which is water, medical facilities, those ones, and the health registry. Those things are not in place. Nothing of that nature have taken effect. If you look at the whole of this area, they are still eating contaminated fishes, drinking contaminated water, eating contaminated food, inhaling contaminated air, living in contaminated environment. And that is why you see the mortality rate, the rate of death in this Ogoni land is increasing day in, day out. There were a lot of chickens and eggs in the farm. They died. Some survived. We could not do anything. This one and the second pen was where we rear goat. And Honestly, here was a very nice place to go and see things for yourself. It was very, very nice. This place was filled with different varieties of fishes. Different varieties: tilapia, mudkeeper, soulfish, catfish, and the rest of the types of fishes. We also have periwinkles inside this pond. But because of crude oil pollution, nothing of that nature can live here again. In 2004, there was heavy pollution from the Trans-Niger pipeline behind Gito campsite that spilled crude oil into this creek. It was that crude of 2004 that devastated the whole of this environment and burned out all the mangrove forest that occupies here. Usually, you cannot see the opposite side. You see somebody standing there now. In those days when the environment was in the natural state, you cannot see somebody at the other end. Then, it was as a result of the pollution that this place was burnt with fire. That is fire outbreak of 2004.
It is a beautiful morning here in Goi, and these fishermen are out early. They have lived and fished here long enough to see the changes as well as recall great memories of a community that once was. After hours of fishing in the polluted water, they are out with little or no catch, oil-stained nets, and broken hearts.
Catch how many fish? 1, 2, how many they catch?
Like
2 or 3.
2 or 3?
3. You catch like that. Sometimes 5. There's no fish, no enter here. See how?
There was fish.
Not here.
Only one net you throw.
This is all filled with oil. I mean, if you look at it, you know that this is all oil.
All is oil.
And you feel it, you touch it, you smell it.
The oil now stain all this thing where we wear.
Now you stain everything where you wear.
Now oil. See how oil come plenty from
For your leg.
Uh,
And this now it's the way they suffer every time.
that is true. Even Pravin could not do it.
Let's see what you catch. Let's see whether you catch.
don't die. They don't,
So I fit touch am.
Touch on. Touch on.
Feels like it smells of oil.
Oh no, oil. If
Oh,
you
no,
don't wash
oil.
am.
Even if you wash am, na soap you go take wash am.
No, no water.
Because
Like it now, like this one now, it can't grow more than this because they have nothing to eat. Because they eat from the mud.
okay,
And there are some organisms you
Yeah.
cannot see with your eye.
that's what they
take it,
feed on.
They feed on. And like it is, like this is called tilapia. This is called molite. This is tilapia.
It's too shiny.
Too tiny, it can't grow more than this. And it's ordinary bone. If you tear the stomach or the gill, you will discover that all the oil is right there.
This is small. So this is smaller than you used to catch before. After how many hours? Do you sell your fish?
Oh, I will use it.
Oh, okay. It's for you to eat.
So please.
How many
let's-
years have you done this?
The
Fishing.
pollution.
Fishing. How long have you done fishing?
Is it not about 9 to 10 years? Over.
But this was not happening that time. This place was not bad.
This thing has occupied this place over 10 years today. Over 10 years. I told this man that the mangrove which was here,
More than 10.
over 10 years. It's clean. Yours
Oh,
is,
clean.
clean. Clean is
You
the
can put
best-
clean
the
for your
best.
body, but clean no good for body. now.
Uh-huh. But after that, when you use clean the first time, use clean the second time, you use the other real soap.
To wash it.
Uh,
So you use a
wash your
detergent
body.
over
Uh-huh.
and over and over
with
before.
hot water. Without hot water.
For your
no
leg
more.
and for your
As
body.
you see this net, if they put
How you
hot
dey wash
water,
your net?
see,
You know they wash net. You know,
no need. It's no need.
This it wasn't black like this
It was
before.
white.
It was white before.
Uh,
Do you wash it? Will it go out? Do you use clean to wash it?
yes, as I'm going, as we are going, we will use hot water, boil hot water, then soak the net inside with the clean, wash it thoroughly, and it's come to how we can manage again. If not, if you remain like this, see,
Fish
if you
no go
remain like
enter.
this,
Ah.
it really look good.
Doesn't look
If you
good.
hold with your hand, it's slippery.
Squeeze oil, yeah, I know.
Uh-huh. Slippery.
Yeah, it's very slippery.
Uh-huh. You see,
Ah,
coming.
it's sticky.
Build house, stay where, no water, no good road. As you are passing coming to this side, you see that the road is it's not good. It's not good. See how people first they suffer to push in the truck. We just patch up this. Since the time when oil never decorate here, we shall catch something which we after that we sell something which we buy gari and chop. But since oil don't spoil, this is
Now
what
suffering.
God gave us. This is suffering. This is what
Under
was in
us.
the ground. And
That's why we are controlling it. But those who they in front try to cover us that our name shouldn't come out. As no as family.
So right now it's not a
Right.
blessing.
Now, as it is now, all our ground don't spoil finish.
It's not a
We
blessing.
not get stream water
It's
to
not-
drink.
We don't.
Before we dey use stream water
To drink.
to drink, and the stream water was not black, it was white very well, but now no way again.
The resources which they're supposed to help us, they don't use it to help us. These are our resources. We suffer for it. While this thing is polluted from stream to fishing, from fishing to land, and we are managing we are managing as you see us now. How long are we going to be in this condition?
And they say there's cleanup. Have you heard about the
We
cleanup?
we never know anything about. We never hear
They
or
never
see
inform us
anything.
that
clean up.
they make clean up. They never invite us. There's
No
water
cleanup.
for us.
If it is clean up, they're
We
supposed
don't-
to help
we don't
us,
like
give
them
us
to
some
come
money. Help us for
Make
some
clean
years.
up.
I don't know how manage this thing come in.
Yeah.
Only that I could, if somebody asked me, I have a little idea that a pipe will burst, polluted our stream. You know the stream. The stream is not around here.
The stream, yes.
But this place linking into the stream inside. So it was fire burning from there.
Fire also came with it.
Because of the
The crude oil, yeah.
then burn all our bushes, even spoil our farmland.
The people die.
Nothing. Even pollution from the up during the burning of
Gas
the fire
flare, yeah.
affected some of our cocoa this thing that our
Cocoyam.
call it cocoyam.
Cassava.
Yeah, cassava. If you reach the other side, cassava just die up.
Everything.
No good to buy again. We are suffering.
Yeah.
We are suffering.
See us
We
from
are
the
suffering.
ground.
If you see water falling from the roof, from the roofing, from the houses, it's black. If you just merely make mistake drink, you will sick.
You'll be sick. Black smoke. But you know this. Do you know that this is a lot of money? You know, government makes money from oil. You know that.
It's making money from the oil.
Wow, they are making money.
from the oil.
But
From-
we where the money come from, where the resources is in the ground, we suffer.
Like if you look around me, you see the massive destruction that has happened here. As a matter of fact, there's lots of oil just right here on the ground. I can just touch it and you have a feel of, this is just raw crude everywhere around here. And it's so much, and you just keep wondering why this must happen in an oil-rich community.
For decades, the Niger Delta people have sought economic integration and redress following years of environmental injustice, which has led to militancy in the region and the killing of some activists. In June 2016, the Nigerian government launched a cleanup of Ogoni as recommended in the 2011 United Nations Environmental Programme reports. The report also suggested palliative measures to put in place to help affected communities cushion the effects of the degradation on their ecosystem, health, and livelihood. It would cost an estimated $1 billion and last more than 30 years to clean up Ogoni alone. Nigeria's sweet crude has left a sour taste here, where it has become a bitter struggle to eat, breathe, and live. And so the unknown author of this prayer may not know when his answer will come, but he may keep hoping to one day get the good life oil wealth has brought to many in faraway lands, but destruction to Ogoni.